I've got a 19mm go through socket. You could also use a 19mm wrench, and then in case I need to hold the hex side down, this is a 6 hex. Before you start this, make sure that your hex fits in there really good, because of course the last thing you want to do is strip it out. I'll get it to where I can take it off by finger, but I'll leave it attached still, because if you pull this side through when you're trying to do the other side, it makes it a little looser. So to keep it tighter, leave it on there. Now, you don't always need your hex. Like, you can watch this side. If it's not spinning, then it's still backing off. But once that side starts spinning, then you need your hex. And for you guys in the Rust Belt, I know they're not this simple. I feel sorry for you guys. And I've already got the driver's side off. I like doing them both together. That way when I put them on, the sway bar is kind of loose and I have a little more room to work with. So there's that. I've been using a lot of A premium parts lately. I started using them on my own and my daughter's car too, and I actually really like them, even though they're China parts. They seem to be better than like TRQ and Detroit axle, so real comparable with parts store parts. Alright, now I already have the driver's side in, but it's not tightened down. I like to leave it loose so I have a little more room to play with the sway bar. Now, before I actually go and install this, I'll go ahead and put it in one of the holes and just kind of work it back and forth a couple times, just to get it loosened up a little bit, because you're gonna have to play with the top a little bit to get it set in. So if you don't do this, it's really hard to start it with your hand. So just get those to where you can move them by hand. And then I like to start on the bottom on this, so I get the bottom in. And a lot of times when I'm trying to mess with the front, the bottom will pull out, or the top, excuse me. So I'll put the nut on there just to hold it. And then the reason we got this loosened up is so you can push that down and get it into the hole. And then you can kind of lift up on the sway bar link too and get it through. Oops. And I'm not sure if these are the same 19mm. Let me see. Yes, they are still a 19mm, but it's turned into a different hex here. Hang on just a second. Okay, so the hex is now changed to a T30 if you're using these same ones. So you might not even need it. Usually the new ones are strong enough to pull the bolt all the way down. No, excuse me. So I'll just take that hand tight for now, and then I'll do my final torque. Torque on these is going to be 47 foot-pounds. Yeah, one thing I did notice on the other side is if your washer gets hung up, see that washer there? Make sure it's completely flat up against the end of the tie rod there, or the sway bar link, excuse me. The one on the other side got kind of hung up on the threads a little bit, and even though it went tight, it wasn't all the way down. So double check your washer, make sure it's all the way down. And then these are 47 foot-pounds. And if you get one that keeps on spinning when you're trying to torque it, tighten it up a little bit more by hand with your tools, and then try to torque it again, because what might be happening is that washer again isn't all the way tight. So like on this side, it's still kind of spinning a little bit, so I'm going to tighten that up just a little bit more and torque it again. And that way I know that washer's down. So I just take a little bit more. Let me try again.